guys, my name is Alec. I am a extension and blonding specialist here at Fluff Bar downtown. Today I'm basically going to be showing you guys, if you have extensions, how to be brushing them properly. And I know that sounds crazy. Basically brushing your hair seems pretty normal, but with your extensions in and everything, you have bonds and string and beads that you kind of want to be a little bit more protective over and do it a little bit differently. And to start, we're basically going to be using this boar bristle brush, mostly because if you can see here, the bottom layer right about here is going to be those soft bristle brushes that I was talking about, but there is a second layer of nylon bristles with no ball at the end of them, so it's very flat. These are going to be your best friend when it comes to your extensions, mostly because that ball on the end of your paddle brushes or wet brushes, like this one in particular, you have those thick little blue balls at the top. They are too thick to the point where if you were to get it caught at the top of your weft or in the top of your bonds, no matter what kind of extension that you do have, it can cause it to rip out your natural hair. It can cause it to pop it out of the beads. It can also get caught on the string that is in your sew-in wefts. So you want to be careful of that. But your best friend, like I said, is going to be this bristle brush. And then if you are in the shower or trying to detangle wet hair, you want to always use a detangling comb or a wide tooth comb, mostly because your hair is more elastic when it is wet. So you want to be careful that you're not stretching it too much. That might cause breakage, and you don't want to put too much tension on the hair when it's wet because it is a little bit more fragile. So this brush is going to be great for when your hair is dry or styled already and you just need to be daily brushing it. With extensions, you want to make sure you are brushing your hair about 2 to 3 times a day. I'm going to take my top weft, and I have 2 rows. If you have 3, you want to take your top 2 wefts, and you're just going to section out that bottom weft. And then I just like to use these alligator clips, or you can use a hair tie if that's all you got. And you're basically going to hold both sides of your hair in a ponytail like this. I always like to hold a little bit down towards the ends of the hair, just so I have a little bit more grip and it's a little bit more gentle on it. And you're going to take your brush and you're just going to press in and pull out. Starting on the ends first is always the most important thing, because if you think about it, if you go from the top down and all of this is all what's tangled, you're just going to be pushing that tangle into itself rather than effectively brushing it out. So I'm just going to keep moving my hand up, and I'm going to brush underneath as well and on top. Then once we get to about right here, I am going to take my boar bristle brush and I'm going to go underneath up to the top of the weft and pull. See how easy that was? So if I were to have done that first, it would have been a lot harder to pull it out. It would have caused a lot of tension on my hair and possibly could have pulled out my weft. So I'm going to go to the ear, go under, push up, and pull out. Now for the final one, I'm going to go up here. Now my weft is sitting right where my finger is, okay? So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go like this. So you want your brush to lay like this on the side of your head. So I'm going to lay it like this and scoop down to get the top of my weft. Now I always like to put my fingers here just to make sure that I'm not hitting the string or anything like that. But once again, you're just going to repeat the same thing. So press, flip, down. And then again, press, flip, down. And then you're going to repeat the process on the other side. So ponytail towards the end. We're just going to give it a lot of tension while also being gentle and brushing top and bottom. Then I'm going to go a little higher. Once again, brush it on the top while being gentle and still getting a little bit of tension. And then I'm going to go on the bottom and on top again. Now I'm going to go underneath and press and out. And then underneath, press and out. And then once again, underneath, press and out. Now for the top of it, like we discussed, we're going to go down. So you'll hold your finger here, press against your head, turn, and out. Press against your head, turn, and out. If you like to do it this way too, you absolutely can. So you'll go press and turn. Okay? Now that we got our first section done, We're gonna take out our second section. Section it where you need to for your part. And this is looking a little crazy. But we're gonna repeat the process. So I'm just gonna grab that, go down to the ends, brush, brush, come on top, brush on top, and on the bottom. Now we're gonna go under, press, out. Under, press, out. Under, press, out. Now I'm gonna find my weft with my finger, press, and scoop. Press, and scoop. And press, and scoop. Awesome. Now the other side, just gonna brush, top and bottom, move your ponytail up, brush, top and bottom. And we're gonna press underneath and pull, press underneath and pull, press underneath and pull. Now find your weft, press, scoop, pull, press, scoop, pull, press, scoop, pull. Now the top, you just want to be very careful, but I just like to brush my hair straight back, grab the pieces, and since those ends have already been brushed, you don't have to worry about starting at your ends, just kind of smoothing out the top. I'm gonna just do one good brush through the ends again. And now the most important step to your everyday hair extensions routine is going to be your hair oil. So this one's going to be the one that I recommend the most, mostly because since your extensions are not physically attached to your scalp like your natural hair is, it's not going to be able to get those natural oils that it needs on a day-to-day basis in order to keep your hair nice and healthy and moisturized throughout the day. So this is our Trufflove oil. It uses black truffle oil and argan oil in order to deeply nourish and moisturize your hair. So I just like to use a little pump, and if you can see, it's blue. So for my blonde girlies, this is an amazing product for you guys because with the yellow oils and everything, it tends to add a tiny bit of yellow to your hair. So this helps it stay a little bit cooler for a little bit longer. But I am just going to rub it all on my palms like so, and then I am going to rub it in between my fingers. Really get it in there. Now, I'm going to use my fingers first, and I'm going to go from here at my chin down. Mostly because since we already get those natural oils on our scalp naturally, we don't need to be putting it any higher. And if you put anything that is a little bit more moisturizing or anything like that on your beads, or your bonds of your extensions, that can cause them to slip out a little bit faster. It can cause them to get a little bit more buildup and all of that. So starting at your chin, you're gonna have all of your fingers combing through your ends, like so, and then you'll grab and pull. So you can kind of just play around with it afterwards, but still keeping it below your chin. And then there is your freshly brushed and moisturized hair extensions.